Family First. This is the story of Barbara Joanne St. John and her life so far. What you are about to see is a look at what the biography book and DVD video includes. At the center of Barbara Joanne's life, her family. In her own words, children grow up and have children. If you are as blessed as I am to have 7 great-grandchildren and 1 on the way, you get to see the ones you love grow up. The joy for me has been to see how much my children, and now my grandchildren, put family first. Time changes us all, but as you can see from these pages, life has just gotten better each year. While time does seem to pass faster each year, the pace of life seems to increase as well. Growing up as we did, there were no phones or TV, just a battery-operated radio. On the pages of my book, you can see my life move from grade school to the teen years, as a young mother, grandmother, and now great-grandmother today. Living my life in a small town has been wonderful. Now here's Barbara Joanne to talk about her family.
I am most proud of my kids, my grandkids, and my great-grandkids. I have 7 grandkids, 7 great-grandkids, and 1 on the way. I am proud of all their accomplishments and everything they've done from little on up.
In 2017, her family threw an 80th birthday party for her. Everyone was there. Music was provided by Elvis and others. Barbara Joanne is the little girl in the front row with her hand up to her face. Now here she is on Growing Up.
In the 1940s, we lived at Isbell, and all of us kids attended the Isbell grade school. I remember going to movies on Saturday night in Oakland. It cost a dime to get in. I also remember my parents going to Morton to get gas was rationed at that time, so was sugar. And you could only have so much, and then later on my dad's boss started giving him gas so we didn't have to use the gas rationing stamps. And at that time, my dad was making $25 a week.
Then along came Clayton McElwee in 1954, just back from serving his country in Korea. Marriage soon followed, then motherhood.
My life changed somewhat when I became a mother. Things were a lot different back then. It was a wonderful time, but it had some harder times too. Let's see. Then you had to use cloth diapers. You had to heat your own wash water. My sister-in-law came and stayed with me a week after Patty was born. After Bob was born, my mom came and stayed with us a week. And things were just a lot different then.
Barbara Joanne with her brothers in 1952. 48 years later in 2010. Storytelling is based on what's important to you. For Barbara Joanne St. John, it was family first. We started with her life today, written in her own voice, so she speaks directly to you. And then the captions on each page describe the photographs. Through the Years takes you from the 1940s to today as a great-grandmother, again with her thoughts included. Then a focus on her family, parents, brothers, and sister, talking about what it was like growing up, and today with her parents and siblings. In growing up, she recounts some of her favorite memories, her family, including a photo of her high school, and then she brings these old memories to life in the video as she describes the high school years.
One of the nicest gifts I ever received was from my husband Clayton. It was in 1954. He gave me an engagement ring for Christmas, and then we were married in June of 55. My dad wanted I wanted to quit school in January to get married, but he wouldn't let me. He said I had to graduate. But that was one of my nicest gifts I ever received.
2 pages each to Barbara Joanne's son and daughter. She writes about what she loves about both of them and how they both put family first. We show each of them on their pages, from toddlers to the parents they are today and now grandparents. Then a page for each grandchild with their granny. All adults now, most of them with their own families. We feature them as well. And then a message in the middle of each page includes her thoughts about her relationship she has with each and why they are so special to her. A favorite in the book, a page with all the grandchildren, from first grade to graduation. Then the great-grandchildren. The favorites page includes some special photos Barbara Joanne wanted to include. Two pages on the 80th birthday celebration in 2017. She said the event was one of the happiest days of her life. I remember. She brings it all together when she talks about what's important in life. Being able to say, I'm sorry, and I love you. She includes her favorite foods, music, and some thoughts about presidents, FDR, JFK, and others. Her hero has always been her dad, who fondly called her Ann. I asked Cookie and Lee, her two best friends, shown on her last page, to write a note that I could include about what Barbara Joanne's friendship has meant to them. Here's what Cookie writes. Joanne is a good and Christian woman. Her family is her life. They always come first with her. She is my most trusted and loyal friend. Cookie. And Lee writes, concerts, coffee, shopping, and talking on the phone. Memories that I treasure. The very last page, a family tree with Barbara Joanne's parents and grandparents included. Then we go from Joanne's 2 children to grandchildren and then great-grandchildren.